Hello friends, my name is Michael and I'm a machine learning engineer at HyperGI. Today I want to discuss with you the topic of AI songwriting. I want to test the GPT's ability to write a song by comparing it with the song that I wrote. So this is also a good case study to learn about prompt engineering such as few-shot learning and zero-shot learning. So here is the roadmap. First, we will listen to the song I wrote. If you found it terrible, you can stop the video and just leave. Otherwise, I will explain to you how I wrote it. And to have a fair comparison, I will use the same information and the situation to write a new song with ChatGPT. Then we will compare the two songs and learn what is prompt engineering. Okay, now let's listen the song I wrote. It's a Thursday morning, I got a plan, I'm traveling to another city and I need to make some extra money. So when I arrived at the train station, I got a notification. They said your train was cancelled because they had another strike. With 40 euros left in my pocket, I can't afford another ticket, so I need to borrow some money from my credit card. So I don't feel safe no more in this world. I don't want to die in a nuclear war. Just want to sail to a distant shore, so I could live like a free man. So I don't feel safe no more in this world. I don't want to die in a nuclear war. Just want to sail away to a distant shore, so I could live like a free man. Safe no more in this world. I don't want to die in a nuclear war. Just want to sail away to a distant shore, so I could live like a free man. Thank you for listening. Hope you like it. Now let's move on to the next part. I will explain how I wrote it. So it's a Thursday morning. I need to travel to another city for a meeting. I went to the train station, but when I arrived, I found the train was cancelled, like you heard from the song, because the Deutsche Bahn was on strike. So as you can see on the newspaper, that was on Thursday's newspaper. It is also today I'm recording this video. But I wrote the song last time when they had a strike on the Thursday too. So the situation gives me some nudge to write a song, but no one could write a song out of nothing. We need a reference, we need some feelings. For me, my reference is Bob Dylan's song. I like his song and I want to write music and sounds like him. So let's look at one of Bob Dylan's songs, and it's called I Want You. And one part of the lyrics is like this. The drunken politician lives up on the street where mothers weep. You can see it has rhyme and rhythm. It is simple but powerful. It also shows the political situation of that time, which is about Vietnam War and income inequality. Let's do another example. This one is called It's All Over Now, Baby Blue. Here is one part of the lyrics. The highway is for gamblers, but use your sense. Take what you have gathered from coincidence. I like this part because it fits with the scientific spirit. It's music, but actually it's so true. It's about how important of luck in success. For instance, this is an article from Scientific America. It says that the rule of luck in life success is far greater than we realized. And to have some reflection, Bob Dylan wrote, "The highway is for gamblers, better use your sense, take what you have gathered from coincidence." So I like Bob Dylan because his tone, dictations, rhyme, and rhythm. Like Bob Dylan said by himself, "I live like a poet and I will die like a poet." So that's part of my dream too. But hopefully, I will not become a poor poet like this image shows. So at the same time on that day, when my train was cancelled, I was listening to the Kinks, the British band. They have a song called Ape Man, and part of the lyrics is like this: "I don't feel safe in this world no more, and I don't want to die in the nuclear war. Just want to sail away to a distant shore and make like an ape man." So you can see I borrowed this part of lyrics and put into my song. So then later when I was trying to learn this song with my guitar, because I like the Kinks, there is a British band called Oasis. They also learn from the Kinks. So I tried to learn the Kinks song with my guitar. It is a simple song with 3 chords, A, E, and D. During practice, I got the inspiration. Then we have the song that I have just played for you, with the lyrics like borrowed from the Kinks. Like, "It's Thursday morning and got a plan of traveling to another city." Blah, 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 all those things I have already played it. So, but now let's test the ChatGPT's ability to write a song. So I will use the same information. So suppose ChatGPT is like me. In my situation, with the information I have and what kind of song ChatGPT will write. First, we will try to do it with no prompt. Then we will try to do it with a prompt. Finally, we were trying to do it with well-designed prompt, which is also called few-shot learning. Basically, it just gives some examples that ChatGPT could learn. So this is the result without no prompt. As you can see, it gives a song with Bob Dylan's style, but does not reflect the situation I was in. Now we were trying to use a prompt. The prompt is like this. Basically, it gives several songs that I got inspiration from. It also gives a part of lyrics from Bob Dylan's song, so ChatGPT could use it. Here is the result. It is better than the previous one. As you can see, it gives a song that has very similar style that I used in the examples from Bob Dylan's song, but it's still not good enough because it does not reflect the situation I was in. So now we were trying to use a well-designed prompt. It's called few-shot learning. The idea is to give the model some examples and let it learn from the examples and also give some information about the situation and will make the model to be aware of the situation. Here is the prompt. First, I use some examples. Then I give some information about the situation, mainly about the strike and other news that I got from newspaper that could show how I be aware of the situation. Like everybody read news and you be aware of the situation you are in. For instance, I give this news example. The title is called "Who is in charge of Europe?" If you are also aware of the situation, you know what it means. I also give the news about the strike, what happened that day, and one article from Foreign Affairs called "Victory is Ukraine's only true path to peace." Then I give the instruction that lets the model to write a song for me, so to see what kind of thing that I could get from the ChatGPT. With the same style of Bob Dylan, lyrics that I borrowed from the Kinks, and with the situation I was in. You can read the prompt like it shows on the screen. Here is the result. It is getting better. So look, let's read it together. I like this part. Farmers block the roads. In protest, they stand tall. In this shifting landscape where the powerful take a fall. You see, it follows Bob Dylan's style very well. Also bring in the situation because that day the German farmers block the road. They want more money from the government. The song was created with 4 chords, G, C, E minor, and D. Since it has the same chords like the times they are changing, this is why ChatGPT gives the lyrics like this. If you have heard of The Times They Are Changing by Bob Dylan, you could notice this almost like a variation of that song. And interestingly, ChatGPT gives different lyrics when I told it to write a song with the chords I used in the song I wrote. So the Ape Man, also the Lola, if you heard and practiced the song from the Kinks, they use E major, A major, and D major a lot, those 3 chords. So I tell ChatGPT, okay, use chord AED and generate the song with all those, well-designed prompt I gave it. And here is the result. It is really about the situation I was in now, but they did not show my reflection on the situation, and also quite hard to attach the situation with that feeling. With these lyrics, you need to create the melody for it. So which I have no idea how to do it. Maybe some people who do the piano, they could see the lyrics and create the song. But I always create melody because I have feelings first. The feeling push me to have melody and with my guitar, and then the lyrics come out of it naturally. I use this example because I want to see the intelligence. There is a philosopher from the Kant who says the reason is always the slave of passion. The passion and our feelings really bring out a lot of sense, and that's the lack of ChatGPT, which make it hard to associate with your personal life. So I create so many different sounds. It's always you have feelings, you got inspirations, those feelings and emotions push you to play some guitar with melody, and then the lyrics come out naturally. So here are the links for ChatGPT post I used to write the song. And in the end, who do you think who win the contest? So please let me know in the comment. I think it should be me, because ChatGPT still could not play the guitar right now. So maybe in the future, we will see. And you can also play with this kind of prompt and with different style to generate, and even try the more advanced AI model to generate the sound, and join the contest and competition and leave the comment below. So see you next time, and please subscribe to my channel and to give me a like if you like this video. So I see you next time.